Welcome to the Ash Serato Show, right here on WLVS. And it's good to be here.
It is, indeed.
I'd like to welcome the team. First of all, our main hostess with the mostest is down at the Grand Cayman in some real turquoise water.
Jealous.
Lounging. Yeah, but it's all gravy. Live from Skype, we'll hear from Serato herself. I'm Grindstone, the producer, the urbanista. Holla.
Hey. It's so new having the camera here.
It is different. It is different. And to my left, Blue Magic, the man who does the most.
What is it?
The sound source. Okay, so the Ash Serato Show is brought to you by Sky Real Estate and Grindstone Universal. Find us on Twitter at Ash Serato and hashtag Ash Serato and the website ashserato.com. Call us in, please, at 202-758-8607. And tonight, our topic is interesting. Now, Urbanista, was this your brainchild right here?
I guess you could say that. I feel like it's a common discussion amongst at least myself, Serato, and other friends and friends of the show.
Okay. Well, tonight we're talking about baby's kids. How do you take all them badass kids to Disneyland? Brady Bunchen. Here's a story of a lovely lady. She had 3 kids of her own. He has 3 kids of his own. How do you date people with kids? What are the do's and the don'ts?
That's a hard one.
Well, I mean, what makes it hard? Why do you say that's a hard one?
I mean, good thing is I'm married now, but before I was married, I had a rule that I wouldn't date women with kids.
Papa got a brand new bag.
Yeah. And then my mom, one day I was having a conversation with my mom, and I said it to her, like, I ain't never going to date no woman with kids. Ugh. My mom was totally offended. Like, what do you mean? I raised you, and what about if men would have thought that way about me? Then I would have never, so she kind of went in.
Right.
So it gave me some perspective.
Yeah, it's interesting. Well, how you're a woman with kids.
I am a woman with kids.
Do you date men who don't have kids?
I tend not to like to date men who don't have kids. I have dated men who don't have kids. I find that I don't want to say expectation, but the understanding of time and, my need, first of all, to plan things in advance as like a baseline. Like, no, you can't call me at 6 o'clock on a Tuesday and be like, hey, let's go to dinner in an hour. I'm not going to be available 99% of the time.
Right.
So I need you to respect the fact that I do have to plan in advance. It doesn't mean I can't go to dinner on a Tuesday night, but I do need to know in advance so I can make arrangements and do what I need to do as a mother.
Yeah.
I think that the guys that I have dated who don't have kids, however, were I ended up being raised by single mothers, so they were more understanding. But I have dated, guys who do and don't have kids.
Okay, so for my personal preference, and this changes with age and life experience, I think. Like my personal preference, I prefer, and now you'll feel me when I say this, I prefer dating. This is my best situation: a divorcee with 1 kid.
No, that sounds about right. Or even if they never were divorced, but
this is why I've dated a woman who hasn't had kids and has never been married. That's a shit show. I mean, like for me, a man who has a kid. But let me tell you why. Because like she wants me to take her to the Super Bowl, like to the Super Bowl of womanhood right now.
Right.
She wants me to be her big day guy. I want to get walked down the aisle and have a baby because I haven't done that yet, which is totally fair for her life, but it's not okay for me if I'm not down to do all that.
So balancing of expectations comes along with knowing that she's already had that and she's not necessarily running to have another baby right away.
Yeah.
If
right. She's had her days in the light, and now she's on some realistic stuff. And I say 1 kid because 2 kids is twice the planet.
Yeah, I say shout out to the dude that dates that chick that has like 5 kids.
Your
like
plan, your
baby daddies or 3.
your activities are on a whole nother level at that point, and you had to be prepared for that. You got to prepare.
Well, I think also too, you gotta be like a tolerable kind of guy, especially if her baby's fathers are involved in
you're right.
the relationship.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what
big.
I mean? Like you got a lot of personalities you got to deal with.
You gotta grow up quick.
Especially if the woman isn't managing all the stuff right.
No doubt. Sherrod,
Sherrod,
can you hear?